What is up, YouTube? Because that's the first thing I want to talk about, because it's like when you ask people what's up, you want them to actually, or at least I want them to actually tell me what's going on in their life. A lot of times, especially when I was in high school, hanging out with those stupid, I don't know, druggy kids who are like, I don't know, they're skateboarders and stuff. It's like, why do you even hang out with them? Like, a lot of times when I ask them what's up, they just respond, "What's up?" or nothing. Or this one kid was obviously, I think they just, it sounds like all they did was get high. They like to get high. That's it. Play and skateboard. Um, Maybe that's why I want to go to Russia one day because like when you actually ask them, "How are you?" with the not just be like, "Oh, I'm fine. How are you?" They'll be like, "Wow, you really want to know about everything going on in my life? Well, this is the situation with me and my girlfriend, and we're questioning whether we're gonna move in together or buy a new house. And my my mom got a dog, and my promotion at work, and situation with my boss, and my passive aggressive relationship with my plants." I don't know, because I'm sure people over there realize that you can make you can actually make a pretty strong relationship with plants or chickens or I don't know rocks. Just have to listen. So the real reason I wanted to make this video was because today is World Tai Chi or Qigong Day. Well, Tai Chi and Qigong Day, but I think that's every day because I mean, there are what are called holidays or holy days. You know, people they're not very creative with these words, or it's not their job to like come up with it. Just that's why lunatic is, based on the moon, Luna. So that's where that came from. Dementia has a demon in it. The belief that it's just people decline because it's just like terrible spirits get into, which maybe that's sort of true. I'm thinking, because I mean, you'd be surprised with Tai Chi and Qigong. Like, I told my Tai Chi and Qigong instructor that I was in high school at the time. All my friends are learning about how like the body shuts down as you age and how like the digestive systems are working and all this stuff that like doesn't work anymore. But I'm like, if you do Tai Chi, it doesn't have to. I mean, that's what people are discovering now. Just stay active, or not even matters how hard you're exerting your body. Like, because like things like yoga, Tai Chi, they're light exercises, and I'd say swimming, but I don't swim, and most pools are chlorinated. Like, don't we know that's a carcinogen? That's why a lot of people wear wetsuits. I guess like once a month. The more you worry about it, the more it's a problem. Uh, so Tai Chi and Qigong Day. Normally I'd go out to, my instructor has an free event, but I think I could just do the same stuff at home. Like it's not that hard. Or, there are lots of ways to celebrate stuff. Like there's not just doing Tai Chi and Qigong on Tai Chi and Qigong Day. There's also you paint a picture or draw a picture or use color pencils. You could build a paper castle. You could build a house of cards. You could knit a sweater or knit a blanket. Dance. What I was planning to do was learn how to play on the piano Moonlit Sonata. You could make something out of clay, like, let me show you something. Wait a minute. Right there, you see, you can see it on the floor. I made that, drawing that pyramid because, you know, pyramids are kind of magic. I like pyramids, or, well, triangles are, yeah. Oh, I wanted to make this video more about the real power of Taiji Qigong. It's more about being like water, ultimately. It's not just about graceful aging or, I don't know, getting in touch with your body, or, you know, it's for old people. Because it's not just for old people, it's just most people these days don't know that it's better to be proactive than reactive. I mean, because you'd be really surprised at the stuff that there's Iron Shirt Qigong, there's breathing through your hands and feet Qigong. It's really, wow. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like, my instructor told me that his master was old, his master's master, and the communists took him to China and they wanted to get rid of all the, like, Qigong and Tai Chi people. His master was a guy, one of them, who he stared at the sun all day, like over many years. He didn't just do it in one day, definitely. He, I guess one day woke up really early and let his eyes gaze at the sun until it hurt. Then, oh my god, his eyes hurt, so he couldn't look at it more. Then, next day he did it again, and his eyes started hurting when he did it long enough, and, you know, you keep adding on like that, just a little more, like incremental workouts. So that's the secret of life. It's what that John, or I don't know, whatever his name was, the guy who wrote The Art of Learning, he said incremental workouts, because if you think you're not going to get better with practice, then if you don't practice, you're just not going to get better. Yeah, there's little value in an entity-style belief system where you're just not, where you think, oh, I'm just not a good test taker, I'm just not a good saxophonist, I'm just not a good piano player, I'm just not a good origami person. So I want to talk about what's really behind Qigong and Tai Chi. It's gaining energy, or what's called Qi cultivation. And Qi can be used for just about anything, like Vril, and the Vril Society, I think, started by the, wasn't it the, like, Adolf Hitler and Nazis started the Vril Society, but they said they were descendants of, like, Atlantis, but maybe everyone's a descendant of Atlantis, or, I don't know. Does that even matter? Like, so you're descendants of Atlantis. Does that make you more magic than everyone else? I guess some rays are more magic because, I mean, they say the Jews were persecuted, the most persecuted type of people throughout history because they had the most magic. So the other people were always trying to subjugate them. Maybe that's why the Hebrew language is the only one that writes right to left. Maybe there were a lot of left-handed Jewish people. Or, I don't know. Just, Hebrew was really, and Kabbalah, they're things you should definitely look into. I love them. Really makes your life, makes you enjoy things more. So, what's really behind Qigong is the ability to control the world around you, or, well, I really want to make this video about controlling the weather, because, I guess as you get more and more Qi, a lot of chi, massive amounts of chi. I mean, it's not that easy. Most people these days, they think 100% like all or nothing and black and white, up, down, left, right, northwest, darkness and light. But, I mean, the world isn't like that. There's a lot more gray. You can't think in black and white. Like, you know, when people say, well, I don't know if you want to be that black and white about it. So, you know, you usually have to feel out the, I guess, subtle differences, and sometimes they're just varying conditions. I mean, if there's too much, like, you're one person and compared to the, I guess, the willpower of all of the other people in the world, because, I mean, now there are a lot more people in the world than there were just 100 years ago or 1,000 years ago. So controlling the weather is something I kind of do, you know, when it's windy or, I mean, raining. Because I did read that book, or my mom read it to me. It was a kid's book, a picture book. It was the book by William Steig that was the no, it wasn't the inspiration for Shrek, but that guy who wrote it also wrote the same book that was the inspiration for Shrek. You see, Shrek, it has a book. It's like a lot of people, like, they like these movies or TV shows. Like, my friend Brent, he really likes Orange is the New Black. And I told him, I read the book. And he was like, there's a book? Yes, if you look it up, it's based on this woman's memoir of, you know, her time in prison. Like, people in Hollywood usually don't have original ideas. Or if they do, they aren't good enough as Orange is the New Black. That was a really good show because that really happened. Or it's based on a true story. Yeah, people aren't creative. Things are invented just because people have to. You can read all about it. So when I'm trying to control the weather, well, one, I always take off my shoes, because I'm usually standing on, like, soil, or you gotta be connected to the earth. Like, shoes definitely cut off a lot of our circulation with our connection with the earth. And I'm going to talk about, yeah, what I did when there was me and my parents were waiting in I think a Walmart parking lot, and we were waiting for the eclipse, the total solar eclipse. So we were on one of those islands that has a tree and grass and stuff. So I took off my shoes because, I mean, it's healthy, and, you know, they're just old and they don't want to change it because they're gross and old, and they're only gonna overcome the Maya when they're in their next lifetime, or maybe 5 lifetimes from now. Yeah, Maya, it's all kind of an illusion. Maya is the Hindi word for illusion. I believe, yeah, when you die, maybe it's, you know, you realize that you're just a sample of a soul made to look like a human being. Oh, so when it was getting cloudy when we were waiting for the solar eclipse, and so to get rid of the clouds, I held my left hand, my receptive hand, against the tree, and I kept saying over and over again, Morgan, goddess of the storm, I ask for your help in every form. Calm the winds, ground the energy, into the rock, into the tree. Send the storm far from me, and if my goddess does agree, then manifest, please, make it be. so mote it be. Because, I mean, you always gotta end with so mote it be, because, I mean, you're one person, and, I mean, just think of the Earth. It's pretty small compared to the whole universe. Just wasn't like 60 years ago, or less than that, we just discovered it's not just limited to the Milky Way galaxy. There was actually all of these other galaxies, and the universe is really, really big and expanding. And the Earth is, pretty small on that. And then one person on the Earth is even smaller than that. So, you gotta practice, I guess. That book by William Steig, who wrote the book that inspired Truck, he also wrote Sylvester and the Magic Pebble. It said that Sylvester had a collection of pebbles. He liked to collect pebbles. And then one day he found a pebble that he was red. It was like colorful, so he liked it. He picked it up. And then it started raining, and he wished, oh, I wish it stopped raining. And all of a sudden, it stopped raining. And all of a sudden it stopped raining. And it went on this whole bunch of things where Sylvester he wished for all these things through a pebble, and all of a sudden, like the pebble was magic, you realized he could make things happen with the pebble. That's why I call them wish stones. Wishing tools, I guess. And but at the end, he was out in the fields by himself with a pebble, and he ran into a lion, and he was like, he panicked. I wish I was a rock. Or he couldn't just wish for the lion to be gone, but he wished to be a rock because he panicked, and all of a sudden he turned into a rock, and the pebble wasn't on him. It didn't land on the rock, so he was still a rock. And yeah, so he just waited until his parents happened to see the rock because they were going on a picnic. They were really sad. They sent out a bunch of search parties in search of Sylvester, but they didn't know he was a rock, and they had a picnic on the rock. They thought it'd be a good place to have a picnic. But then his dad said, oh, I see that pebble. Sylvester would like it. I'll put it on this rock we're reading. Then all of a sudden, it's Sylvester. Yeah, I believe in magic, current thing about magic is that's the reason rhino powder or rhino horn powder from rhino horns is worth more than its weight in gold right now. Because it's in China, I guess some people believe it's, it cures a bunch of illnesses such as warding off cancer, evil spirits, but they believe evil spirits are the cause of all disease. Which I know it's germs, but it's like, I remember I was at the Youth Service Corps meeting once, and we went outside, and we gave out bagels to everyone, because that's what we always have, but I don't eat bagels anymore. And I guess when we were sitting outside on a bench, I put my bagel down because I was doing something else with my hands, like I had a sketch pad and I was drawing. Then this other kid said, ew, germs! And what I shouldn't have done was just picked up the bagel and dropped it on the ground, on the dirt, and just ate it. Because I know one germ isn't going to kill you. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a certain number of germs. Or did you know the human has a lymphatic system, and when it's not in use, it gets totally neglected by living a totally sanitized life, free from germs, and when you're in a bubble, then you're a lot weaker. So, eat your dirt, not too much. Yeah, be careful, obviously, and that's why I purposely go out and stand in mud every day with my feet, bare feet. Feels really nice. Also wanted to say, pay attention always. You gotta look for the subtleties. Actually think, because me and my grandfather, when he was in the retirement home, he, I guess, fell asleep in his recliner chair one day, and then his dentures, his false teeth, as he was sleeping, they fell out, and when he woke up and they were gone, he didn't think that they'd just be somewhere nearby. He thought, someone must have stolen my teeth. My teeth are missing. Someone stole my teeth. So my aunt went over and she went to visit him, and he said, someone stole my teeth. He was like, why would anyone want your teeth? Why did someone want your teeth? And, I mean, that's what makes sense. And then she went down to the lobby, and everyone was like, did you find his teeth? So, you know, she got everyone looking for it, and she just looked in the recliner because she knew, oh, he must have been reclining, and then he fell asleep, and his teeth fell out, and, yeah, so she found it, and, you know, you just gotta think, like, I mean, my grandfather, when he was in the retirement home, he kept saying, all they do is eat here. It's just eat. All they do is eat. No, people do other things, just, you know, that's the main thing that's sold, because, I mean, people are trying to make money, like the food companies, food industries, they're obviously trying to market to you. They're in the business of selling food. I mean, if people found out that you don't need to eat every day, or you can just eat wild edibles, like free stuff, or just don't eat, just get your energy from the sun, then, they'd be out of business. So, anytime they learn about people just not eating, or realizing that I'm not hungry, so why eat, they, all of a sudden they're like, no, that's stupid, that's a totally dangerous thing. Yeah, brainwashing. Well, brainwashing, yeah, I'm very anti-brainwashed American. I'll put links in the description that support my arguments. Okay, guys, always check the description. You're always like, I might not say it, like, I mean, obviously people aren't always gonna say about, they don't always talk about these hidden things, but, you know, you just gotta look. I mean, if you don't ask, they're not gonna tell you. Of course, that's what they say. Asking questions in school is a great way to learn. Yeah, you always gotta do your own research, or, you know, don't just wait for someone else to talk about these things, because they're not. So it's World Tai Chi and Qigong Day, and also you should, it's about trying new things. I guess that's what Qigong's about, because, and again, it's like being like water, that's what it's about, because in the old days, the people who needed to martial arts, like when people needed to invent this stuff, because was actually like ancient China was very dangerous. People would mug you they'd beat you up and they'd try to steal all things from you because, people needed to actually use this self-defense stuff. And yeah, it was really, I guess, a lot to think about because, in my class, the Tai Chi teacher says, you always got to think about your intention and how the different ways you position your body affects the way their body works. Which, yeah, it's really a lot to it. It's really, you gotta look more into it. They say the benefits of doing Tai Chi. You hear things better, taste things better, smell things better. All your senses are better. Yes, feel things better. So I guess the moral of this story is try new things, or not just new foods or new whatevers, but try working with clay. Try learning something on the piano. See what it's like when you try a new instrument. See what it's like when you start painting on canvas. Try to sell your stuff. See what it's like when you go out and are a street performer with whatever instrument or whatever your talent is. Or try your hand at juggling. Try your hand at making a house of cards. I know it's hard. Try your hand at, or just look up on YouTube something like, I don't know, do you believe in free will? Like, you wouldn't think just asking the question would come up with the stuff, but I mean, YouTube is an algorithm, so it just looks for keywords. So obviously stuff's gonna come up when you just type in, do you believe in free will? Or just try new things, like listen to new music by new artists. Like Marilyn Manson. He's my favorite. Or, I don't know, just try new things, people. The world's changing. The universe is expanding, so expand your mind with it. Because, I mean, for all you know, there's the universe inside you, microcosm. Yeah, every human has a microcosm in them. That's why you don't need to go to church or whatever. Just go somewhere to worship. It's, all with you. So, I guess God is with you, always. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Good luck, stay creative.